All right, let's get started. I'm gonna make it quick. I have a lot of notes from convention, and I put it one just for Dave Anderson for you guys. So for those that missed it, it was pretty good. Um, Biggest thing from all these people, they talked about like telesales. They talked about getting in front of people. Common thing, really, at the end of the day, it is not a skill-based system in our business. It is not a skill-based. It is a lead-based system. So if you master your leads, you are set. So that's the biggest thing I want to emphasize. So one of the guys was just talking about like, okay, if you want to get to 10 families help, how many leads do I need to get to 10 families help? How many calls do I need to get to 10 presentations to 10 families help? How much do I need to spend? How much do I need to call? How much do I need to book? It all just comes down to a lead system. So the main takeaways for me that I like is, I've been in the business for a while. It's the motivational ones like Dave Anderson. His spot on is about like staying in the moment. So I'll briefly go over this. If I talk too fast, don't worry. It's on the minutes on the Google Slides and stuff. But for you guys that missed out, it was fun. I mean, had a lot of good food, a lot of company. Topgolf was great. Aside from the other things, at the 2:00 call, Albert's gonna go and we're gonna do a recap about it too. So I'm not gonna go too much on how everyone's experience is, but this is a really cool one from Dave Anderson. Most of the time he's there every year. He had a different message. So it's about staying in the moment. So, you guys can be calling, you can be dialing, you could be doing a presentation, and then you get distracted, right? So he has a lot of little cool things. It's 12 things he provided. So stay locked in. Okay, so master the moment in front of your face. Come in with a plan, bring a book, have a plan, protect your time. Nothing has a neutral impact. Make it part of your nature. You do it all the time. It can't be situational, and it has to be perpetual. So we can't just like drag ourselves in it. And if you're, think of it like going to the gym. If you just show up at the gym and you don't have a game plan, you're gonna drag on. Okay, I've done this. Like you go do one set instead of doing 3 sets with a 30-second break or a minute break. Now you're on your phone for 5 minutes, and then you're like, oh shoot, let me go finish. Now I go back. So if you come in with the game plan, with your dials, with the goal in mind, these things will affect you because now you're in the moment because you have something in the process to work for. Number 2, little let-ups are big mess-ups. So compromising on things and it impacts your work performance. So you erode your psyche. Maybe you don't make your bed today, but now you're kind of like having compromises. You're dumbing down your psyche and your confidence. So what he's trying to get at is little things become big things because it starts ruining your mind. It starts giving you the excuses, and a lot of excuses continue to compromise your mindset. So he was just talking about like, what if I went to go check your garage, your backyard? What about your computer history? Okay, what you're thinking about is what you're always thinking about. So it all matters. So when you're doing less than the best, when you're doing less than the best, you train your mind that that's okay. So you've dumbed it down, you've compromised. He even said like, check your hotel room, the time you check out. Do you leave the room dirty? Do you leave it clean? How is it inside your car? Everything you do a little less than you can is because you've become a little less than you are. So Albert shared that in our GroupMe as well. Number 3, nothing is neutral. So nothing has a neutral impact on your life. So whatever you're doing, it's either going to waste your time or help you move forward. So I could be using this time for growth. He talked about he had a 5-hour flight from LA to Miami. What are you doing with it? Are you watching a movie, or are you planning? Are you writing? Are you doing things? On my way back, I was sleeping because our flight back was 6 o'clock, and that was a 3 a.m. flight. It's at basically 3 a.m. in Western Pacific time. Yeah, I was just sleeping. But just mind your mind state. Okay, if you think you're distracted or you feel like you're going left and right with what you should be doing, just ask yourself that question: is this going to help me or hold me back? Okay, have a good time, but have a good time in moderation. Have an extra time with winning and being productive. So he focused on, instead of having the moderation time of like relaxing, have a growth in excess. Life is not just about amusement and entertainment, but only in moderation, but growth in excess. So you'll never get that time back. Whatever is important to you, do more of that. Okay, so this is really powerful when he said, if you continue to eat garbage, then garbage is going to start to taste normal. Okay, so do a little and then weed it out a little bit later. So what he's saying is, if you're excessive in your Netflix, okay, well, you can't just go cold turkey. So do a little bit less and then weed it out and then completely not do it. Okay, so quick questions. Will this make you more valuable? Will this help me grow? Is this going to make make it easy for me where I want to go, or will it make it tough for me to get there? Okay. Number 4, narrow your circle. Okay, in sales, expand your network, but become aware of spending too much time with bad influences. So don't be just judgmental, but be discerning. So that was a really cool statement he said. Make sure to just recognize, if people are going to be distracting or negative, and then, narrow your circle from that. How do I deal with that negativity? He also talked about, like, you can't stop birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest on top of your head. So if you're around a lot of negativity, you can't stop it from happening a lot, but you can walk away. You don't need to just perch and let it perch on top of you. Okay. So if you're around negativity, he said, maybe you heard it, but don't nurse it, curse it, rehearse it, or repeat it. So just let it go. Okay. If you're around people that are, just gossiping, let it flow, but don't be a part of it. Okay. So if you can buy back to 10 minutes twice a week from cutting out that conversation, you're going to win more. You're going to be able to narrow it. So he had a line. I think Albert wrote it down somewhere, but I didn't get to write it down. Sometimes you'll have a downline. Sometimes you'll have somebody that's going in and just venting. The line was, I appreciate I appreciate your confidence in telling me your story or whatever it is, but I got something else to do, so I gotta go after it. That's what it's like. I gotta go after it. So appreciate that, but thanks. Meaning, like, shut up. I don't want to hear it. Number 5, check your baggage, your personal baggage. They're bitter, they're resentful, they're unforgiving. They can't go over stuff. It's hard to master the moment in front of your face when you're dealing with the moments that happened in the past. So check your baggage and travel lighter. So you just got to get over stuff quicker. Some things will take away, some things will mess with you, but it's taking you out of your moment and robbing you of your joy. So you got to either forgive others. If you had a situation, you want to lose that baggage. So you can't master the moment in front of your face if you're tortured by the moments of your past. Number 6, whine less, work more. You cannot debate others into belief. Nothing silences cynics like results. So quit your whining and get back to work. Whining is complaining about the moment or having self-pity. He just said, shut up and work more. I didn't get to write this all. I kind of didn't maximize. He was talking too fast, but master the big 4. He just talked about having the maximum activity. Run your game film, hold yourself accountable every day. And then when you've done your maximum activity, run that game film and try to repeat that. Okay. This didn't make sense too much, but he just talked about, like, every day means every day. So he had his own, spiel, his pitches when you're a coach. EdMed. So every day means every day. So he talked about, he had this before from last year, how, there's certain things you do every day, like make your bed, shower in cold water. There are certain things you need to do every day. And if you struggle with inconsistency, there's something in your life that you don't want it bad enough. So you got to want to start having something so bad that you can't not do it. So don't be hung up on your feelings, be hung up on your future. Some of you let your feelings rob your future. So subordinate your feelings into your future. And that's where the EdMed comes in. So when you create those habits, it's going to create you your disciplines. And then disciplines gives you options. It's not a prison, it's a liberator. It's the key to your freedom. He wanted to talk to the what do you call it? The Gen Z and the millennials. So he said, IG is for losers. Instant gratification is for losers. It's the absolute opposite of your discipline. So focus on working more and enjoy less. Don't be caught up in instant gratification. Same thing for us in our business. You're at a big sale. You don't just take off for the rest of the week. You keep going. You get that momentum. Number 9, principles don't care who you are. They care about what you do. So success principles, biblical principles, they don't play favorites. So if you live by your principles, it's not going to be a prejudice on anything. And most of the time, it's like sowing your seeds. There's no shortcuts. There's no blame game. Giving starts the process of receiving. To get bigger blessings, they become a bigger blesser. The biggest gap in life is the gap between knowing and doing. We discuss, but we never decide. Nothing's changing until you change. So these are the principles, these lines. These are philosophies. Time is going to pass away anyway, so let's set these principles and let these principles work for us. Number 10, don't under challenge yourself. So this really hit home, especially when we start doing goal setting. They don't think how and how hard they can be. Stop setting goals that you can achieve, because if you set goals that you can achieve, you have the same skills that you can already achieve on that. So what you want to do is you want to set goals that would be a challenge to achieve. Because now for you to set that goal, that's going to be a challenge. That means you got to level up to get to that goal. Okay. So you don't want to shortchange yourself. You got to expect more from you. So you want to do hard to attain goals that's going to put you in that moment of focus. A line he used in there is that most people stop living at 40 and they die at 80. So after 40, you know, they get comfortable, they stop creating goals, and it's a done deal. So there's two ways to fail at your goals. You can either fail by not going too far, or you can fail by not going far enough. So sometimes, you know, if it's an easy process to write 10 families, then set a goal to do 30 families, right? See how far you can go from that. Number 11, love people more and money less, and you will be loved by more people. It can't always be about you. Okay, so this is a really big focus for us in our business. First, of course, we want to make money, right? But the money and the chase of that money, it's like cyclical, because once you hit that level, we have this thing called that's going to be a financial thermostat. But if you put people first, you connect with them, you care about them, you know, you start chasing these people and these connections, you hear their stories, you make it more about them, you solve a problem, you provide a value, the money won't be a problem for you. And last but not least, pick your heart. It just goes back about, you know, it's hard to work hard, it's hard to continue being disciplined, but it's also going to be hard being broke. Okay. What else is being hard? Broke, because you can't do anything. What's hard is missing the best life you can possibly have, because you want to do the things we talked about. It's hard either way. So pick your hard. So and lastly, for anybody, if you guys want to email them, Elevate Your Excellence, he said he had a free ebook. It's free at learntolead.com. You could just email them and you get a free book. He talks about his everyday things, his EdMed. But that was a lot of notes I had to take down like continuously. So I wanted to go over that as fast as I can. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be on the minutes. But going back into this, it's really, really motivating and inspiring how all these people are there. And the real question is, you know, what's missing from us? Okay, what's missing individually? What is that spark that we need to have? So it just comes back to, okay, we have all the answers, we have the method, we have the process, we have the ability to learn the skill into our business, right? So what is missing? We're missing either your personal inspiration or your why, or your, you know, the gap to overcome your fear into this business, or gap to overcome any mental challenges that you have. And I think that's what going to convention does, right? So if you guys missed it, it's worth coming every year, okay? Because there's always going to be something that you can pick up. Now, it is still going to be an investment, so that's the issue, right? But if we do our things the right way, it's worth the investment. So Mish, I just want to, Misha, I just want to have you go on for a little bit. Just talk about your week. You had a great week. You helped about 10 families by Thursday so far, right?
Right. So actually, for the whole month has been almost 18.
18 families?
So yeah,
For January or just February alone?
for just February alone.
Wow.
So it has been a great beginning of the year, I should say that. Actually, it had to do a lot with what you were just mentioning. I mean, just, you know, writing my goals, focusing on my goals, and not making excuses. You know, I mean, I told you guys this last week. I mean, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I can be here at 5:30, and even though, I mean, I'm having a good week or something, I keep on pushing myself. I don't take days off. I'm more like, no, I gotta be there. Of course, I take a day off. I mean, just to rest, but I don't make the excuse I'm gonna be here late or something like that. I just keep on pushing myself and sharpen my skills when I'm talking to people, and that has helped me a lot. The second thing that I has made a difference is that I've been focusing more on learning product as I go. I don't spend time, I mean, reading at the product, but when I have a certain situation, I do, a quick, dissect on the policies. That way I can get the clients approved. So if somebody doesn't approve it, then I move to the next one. But I just don't give up like I did last year. I mean, I sent it to a couple of companies that got turned down, and I just let the client know, hey, it got turned down. Now I'm pushing the product because they gotta stick somewhere. We have enough companies, and if they don't stick on the simplified issue, I mean, I put them on fully underwritten. It's gonna be money. It's gonna show up, and it's been showing up. So
Okay, that's good. What would you say?
so
So going back to my first part about it's more of a lead system than a skill system. Because if you just put in the work, it's gonna work out, right? You're gonna have enough conversation with people. What's your lead system now? That's
good thing. I mean, because last year I was dialing, and not really getting too much about good results. So you definitely have to invest in leads. Buy better quality leads. Right now, all of us have been buying the PFA. The PFA leads have given us very good results, except to Trent.
yeah, no, actually, I haven't gotten good results myself. I haven't sold any on mine yet. But I haven't had a lot of conversations yet.
Okay, well, actually, they've been working out pretty good. Even Trent, I mean, he's been having a good result with those leads.
No, Trent even sold. I personally.
Oh yeah, Misha always got to talk a little bit of trash to keep it level. Keep it level. Nah, Misha, you're killing it, brother. You're killing it. Keep it up, dude.
But no, that's what it is. I mean, we've just been getting better leads, and we push through the leads. I mean, we've been holding each other kind of accountable. Trent actually has been a pretty good support. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, because he's on the call, on the Zoom call. I mean, I show up and the guy's already there.
Nice.
And then just to see him there, and then Jason and everybody. I mean, it forces you to be there. It forces you to do better. And then when Terrence or somebody posts a sale, I mean, you just get like, man, I gotta put myself through, and you push through. So it is actually fun to be part of the group that is performing. It is fun though. I mean, it motivates you. So like you said earlier, I mean, if you're talking to somebody that is putting you down or giving you sad stories, get away and come to the group. I mean, that is actually, talking. And we have fun. I mean, trying to tell stories, and he made us laugh, and we just keep going.
So what would you say for your lead system now? How much are you spending a week to keep that going?
I've been spending $800 a week on the lead. So because they drip, so it gives me a constant flow. But we just gotta work the leads. And
for your PFA, how many leads are you having a day now?
I only get 5.
Okay, you can increase that too if you wish.
Yeah, but actually, I'm doing good with what I have right now. So probably want to increase it probably by next week or so. But so far, I mean, it's been manageable because they add up. You get 5, but after so many, I mean, couple of weeks, you got a bunch, and then I put notes on every lead, so I go back to them. I make appointments. The people that don't show up, I call them again, so I don't forget about them. Now I've been more constant with the leads, so that helps too.
Yeah,
but getting up early, yeah.
Getting up early, putting in more time into the business. That means you just have more opportunities.
Absolutely,
because your shop is open.
No more excuses. I mean, no more excuses. I mean, you just gotta be on the phone. You just gotta be on the phone and make calls, and don't make excuses because I mean, I did those. I mean, last year, and they didn't take me where I wanted to be.
Okay.
So yeah, it's been good. I mean, just the camaraderie in the team. I mean, actually what has been helping out a lot. That helps a lot.
Yeah. So we're gonna get more in about the convention on the next call. But thanks for sharing, Misha. Misha had 10 families just before Thursday. So hopefully you keep adding to it, man. 30,
I know.
30 families
I
this
gotta-
month.
I gotta keep up with Trent. He wants to do 30 per month.
Yeah, dude.
So,
That's
gotta keep
where
up.
our solid core is gonna start. We're gonna push everyone up in the solid core, and then we're gonna explode. So
Right.
things are looking good.
Yeah,
Right.
Misha, 6 foot and under club, baby. 6 foot and under club.
There you go. I like it.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.